frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, Peking, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy and elected him. Maybe you call Joseph, George boy because of the age, because Joseph Boyka is over 70 and this boy is about 50 something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy, in the sense of immaturity, no. Joshua is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boyka on the ground where he collapsed to fly here, bro, for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's what made him to live today. I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew here out of the country for open heart surgery that make him to live today. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have know you, but he did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy, then you old man, you told him battery around here.
You're taking away.
Look at a battery man and he let you. Because any minute you could collapse. But you already say you want to be president, and we know your record. You're on the town bomb, on the borderline.
Just sitting and laughing and reading the comment section. John Balu said the reason why he's in this is to save the state. Save Liberia. But Senator Balu was senator when in his county, 5 wonderful Liberians gruesomely murdered. Their bodies were mutilated. He didn't say anything. A colleague who was then a senator, whose name is enshrined in the TRC report, whose testimony you can find everywhere, that allegedly Carol is massacred on the Kavala River, became a senator from in jail. He came from jail. That case died in Maryland. Senator Balu was senator. Senator Balu was senator when Keith Juba was killed. Senator Balu was senator when the Fula man was beheaded in River G. Senator Balu was senator when the 17 young men were killed between Lower Magidi and Grand Bassa County. Senator Balu was senator when one of the people who funding all of his effort was giving Intergenet Hosmer money and squash car to lobby for him to move on traveling ban and access free. But today, he say he want to save the country. Senator Balu was senator when Bridgeway from London came to do prospect in Liberia. Senator Balu then got vehicle and money.
Balu, that Brian, senator.
He thought on saving Liberia then. Sometimes some people sit on a particular platform, and this is the reason why the argument is going to get big this few times. Because, look, there's some...
I don't think I can do this. It's against my faith. I can...
Agostina.
I don't want to do it.
Agostina.
Yeah.
You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. If you talk to somebody and they tell you, say, oh, because I'm more, you don't do it. Don't put me in any situation I can handle.
I don't talk to anybody, boy.
No. Okay, you don't got to do it. What you do for me? Let's just go to the lady tomorrow morning. We'll see her. That's all. You ain't got to do anything. Yeah?
Yeah, for what now?
Agostina, don't put me in any situation I can handle. Where you at?
At the station.
All right. I'll come in for you after you. So we can go see her, yeah?
So do what now?
Not doing anything. We'll just go and see her.
I don't do anything, but I can do it. I can't afford it.
Agostina, that will not be for me.
It's not a job budget. And somebody come and stand in front of me and say, Representative Grace misleading the public. It's a disservice to you. And you must hold their feet to the fire because some of you voted for these thieves. Okay? The House Donor is a thief. It's a thief. I'm telling you, it's a thief. Anybody who lie on what you talk, he had checked here. We published no checks before. He denied a signature on those checks before 2020 campaign. He's a common criminal. I'm saying that to you. He's a common criminal. There's the budget he voted for. He's a criminal because he lied at $3.6 million is not in the budget. He can't take me anywhere. I defy him. That's a criminal. No, I'm not angry. I'm being forceful. I'm being intellectual. I'm providing facts. No, I said something I didn't mention him, so they don't know I'm a medicine. He has no integrity in life or integrity. He's in the crisis of integrity. He's drowning in the crisis of integrity. He's not only fake. He's drowning in the crisis of integrity. I say he's a criminal. He's a thief. To take a $45,000 car in the budget to vote for it, not just but to vote for it. And you didn't inform the people because say everything you will inform the people on record for that. And he didn't say anything about it. Okay, the pastor didn't vote. But why he didn't say it? Why he didn't say he voted for it? The records are there, Lord. Gentlemen, Senator Delon should be treated as a common criminal for lying to the public that there's no $3.6 million in the budget. Okay, and they said they didn't want it. Where they place it? There's $3.6 million. The money here. The thing is in the budget. There's the final budget. So like they don't tell you when they took it all of a sudden, when they put it, I beg you, one question is, when they took it out, can you show us where you put your share? That's the question. If they answer that question, come back to me.
We now go over to Robert Tier of the Unity Party.
Yeah, everything I do, we must first tell the thing to the people.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been doing that. We have people cleaning the champagne in our various communities. So, in social science, said, go to people and ask them what they name. And so you posing them to say, I name this. But if you don't ask your people, then what do you carry to them? So before I ask them what they name and what they name, we take them to them.
Your three major priorities.
Right now, if you look at I'm a teacher in profession.
You teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher. The second thing is that we want the boroughs autonomous.
The boroughs what?
It's autonomous. It's autonomous. Yeah, it's autonomous.
Go ahead.
And we look at some of the things we want to consider because we talk about autonomous. That means you have a lot of facility, a lot of things that you do in the borough. And if you are autonomous and you have other things to do, and if you look at the men are young people graduated from college in the district. Right now, the first thing we embarked was to have a reconciliation regional meeting out of the communities.
So Tia, at what level were you teaching? Was it elementary, junior high, or senior high?
So we're taking elementary divisions.
Oh, okay.
Elementary division. And we're credible, we are more accessible, and we're development oriented. So
hello, Robert B. Tier. Robert B. Tier is a librarian. After our graduation from the elementary school, we keep the Murray to attend the junior high school, the Pasadena Junior High School, and from there we went to Central High and we graduated 1998. I'm a teacher in professions. Robert Tier is one of the daughter's sons. Robert Tier is one of the incredible sons. Robert Tier is deserved to be a servant in the district. Robert Tier is a public servant. I always work at the Liberia National Security Agency in Cape County.
They come and say they came to rescue us, they came to kill us slowly. There's some of us, we have 10 children, no husband. So even help us.
Across the 15 sub-political division, Facebook, YouTube are all locked down. And they want to say it's a blessing to have you on the platform again to speak to the people.
Well, the honor is mine and the pleasure is mine. I'm honored.
Okay. So, we want to just briefly talk to you relative the happenings tomorrow in Liberia. Different groups from civil society to students, organizations will be converging on the grounds of the Capitol building to engage their lawmakers relative the happenings and to tell them, look, this is our country, you have to do the Liberian people's work. You are a man of peace. As former president, what do you have to say to your people relative the happenings, especially tomorrow, like Liberians be coming outside?
Well, I just want to say again to the Liberian people, and if you are aware, when I was president of the Republic of Liberia, I always talk about being peaceful. And for us to be in harmony is important. But protesting, we always give the protester the opportunity to protest, to let the government know why are they protesting. So I think they have an opportunity to protest, to hear from the government. We never stop protest. We encourage it and even allow the protester to voice out their view. I think it's important. We're in a country that believes in democracy and believes in the rule of law and believes in people's rights. So we went through that throughout the 6 years. We never stopped people from protesting. And I'm sure the government is prepared to handle the protest, without violence.
When you was president, all through your 6 years, there were lots of protestation. But in the midst of all these protests, the security forces was peaceful, was engaging. In fact, on one of these occasions, they gave sandwich and water to protesters. What is your advice to the government as it relates to the Liberian people coming out in their numbers to protest? What do you expect of this government?
Well, my advice to government, the government saw what we did when protesters came out. So I mean, it was our regiment. So then also have to make sure that the protesters come out and go back home safe, and allow them to protest, to let them know why are they protesting.
The moment you see one person, one individual in the community have built a fence, and they carry the fence way up, like 20. The man from Ministry of Commerce, Amin Muda, the 95, 96, $100,000 vehicle freak. Yes, he has been replaced. And so we also spend time looking at the quality of decision made in the LDEA saga. In the absence of the investigative findings, the president has moved to dismiss Colonel Ibram. What about the LRRC corruption scandal? The conundrum of bad governance practices. And we will come back again to tell you how terrible it is when the Attorney General of the Republic starts to deal in illegal actions, giving illegal instructions, treading politically, and of course asking or seeking a writing to terminate a legit contract without any valid justifiable legal grounds. And I'm talking about the MDMC contract. Today we're going to spend sufficient time on it to encourage you on the terror also was toward conniving with the police authority have brought to bed. Hagar Gonda is here. Hagar, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Abu. Thanks for the introduction. Yeah, this is our country. Liberia is sweet. Waking up every morning to come here. We are grateful as always for the gift of life. And together, like you said, the line of conversation today, we are going to be here to talk about these things, and they are all important with regards to the growth and development of our country. And Abu, again, going back to Capitol building, I'd like to say congratulations to us. I'm saying us because we know that we've won, not because we were supporting a particular person, but at least we supported the law. And some of us who have absolutely little or no understanding of the law, or I would say knowledge, we've not been to law school and other things. You mentioned him say he's a law student, but some of us we've not been in class to say we're going to say to do law, but today some of what we said, the court upheld some of what we said here when we spoke about the issue of due process. Go back to the chambers, ensure that you give the speaker due process and make your decision known. And today, yes, we are grateful that the court can say what those two young guys were persistently and consistently saying is something that you should go by. And today we are grateful.
Fair enough. And it want to go again to validate our integrity, our commitment to truth telling and fairness and objectivity. So we do not care for the most part as to how you personally feel and the offense you take, but we come here for our country. Sure. And the law is the law.
Yeah, and yeah, we are here.
Right? And we have to remain. So you see, yesterday they went for the conference, and we followed through all along to understand exactly what was coming from there. And I may be wrong, but I'm very, very sure that there is some kind of misinterpretation of everything that happened. So the Funati team have prayed for a stay order on the actions of these 43 renegade rebels, calling themselves lawmakers still, irresponsible individuals. I'm not missing my words. Their actions are very irresponsible and, of course, unprofessional. It is only in Liberia that you will condone for one day the reckless attitude of these dishonorable characters, right? if it is in any kind of very serious and determined country, these individuals have demonstrated all reason why they cannot be in national governance.
Is that right?
Absolutely. But however, this is the Liberian case. So they are there now, right? And the Fonati team said, our colleagues, for the most part, have embarked on an action and every constructive effort to have us come under, the legitimate gavel and pursue whatever intention we have fallen on, fertile ground. So, however, we're praying the justice in chamber to place a stay order.
Yeah.
That means whatever you're doing, you stop it. Nobody should go further until you come back. Let's hear what is going on, and then we can give, our opinion on the way forward. That was it. But was that stay order respected? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Both sides, we saw them go to the very Capitol building, and made the stay order. So the renegade rebels disrespected the court. They went ahead. The stay order was not. So they went on to test and have a conference. Before now, they can go into the merits and demerits of the case, and then the justice will know whether they have the right to do the one or the other one, blah, blah, blah. So they went there yesterday. There was no particular decision taken on the prohibition, right? But at least we got to understand that there were key instructions provided. Now look, what we can say is that these 43 lawmakers, represented by Vani Sherman, sanctioned Vani Sherman.
Yeah, former senator
right?
also.
Former senator as well, sanctioned disgracefully, sanctioned. So tell him, say, oh, my man, you this sanction, man, you can't have to come represent the other thieves, this group of thieves and bandits who are being accused of soliciting bribe to remove their speaker, and you can't hear the U.S. will now put sanction on you. You can't represent the people. But anyway, the press of the scene fellow, flock together. So we're not surprised. So the law, all in the country, they see clean, so they go for another brilliant man. So Vanny to there with sanction, he's standing with sanction gun on him. Say what you can do here. Say I can't represent him, man. So they told them, say, okay, look, Vanny, go tell your own man, you're the people on our side. Go tell your man, say, the thing here is simple. You return to the main chambers and allow the due process to go on.
Yeah.
First of all, they asked them, say, did your guys serve any notice to the speaker about this thing, or the grievance and ethics committee? Vanny go loud and say yes. Justice Janet and Serena Sivas said, no, thank you. No notice of him. They may, not surprising to us, but anyway. So the man said, okay, saying there is no evidence of notice, and to the speaker for the action, you go by and do what? Due diligence.
Given due process.
Yeah, due process. Follow the rule of law and everything and execute it. The justice did not question, and nobody is actually questioning or stopping them from doing what they are. But we're only saying they must do it the right way. But they are saying no. So they used to business as usual. This is the United Party government. Liberia must begin to sit down and calculate why is it all the time that the UP folks always take pleasure in removing speaker. And it is crystal clear now that the driving force behind it is control of the budget. People won't control the budget. So whenever you become speaker in your UP government, they see you trying to be critical and think they will move you. They put somebody there who they can control, and then they put money in the budget to go back for it. They put money. That one is happening plenty. I challenge anybody in the government to argue. Challenge anybody to argue that. They put money in the budget, they go back for it, they go take it. And you understand? But folks, we'll talk about this plus more, the cash giveaway. Hagar, it is important that we spend time because these useless folks, no matter what you do, some of them are You know, when you're useless and then you're arrogant, it's difficult to change.
So yes, today is Tuesday, and trust us, today we are here again to give out cash prize. Once we can have at least 3 person playing, then we do a draw. At least 3 person each will do a draw. So we want to give it out to more winners here this morning. And all you have to do is, since today is Tuesday, for just $100 Liberian dollars, you dial star 799 hash. Star 799 hash. Okay, and then you allow it to load. When the options appear, you reply with number 11 for Freedom FM. Today is Tuesday 11. Then you stand a chance instantly to win for yourself 3,000 Liberian dollars. So just for $100 Liberian dollars, star 799 hash. Okay, and then when the list of radio stations appear, you reply with number 7 for Freedom FM. Sorry, number 11 for Freedom FM. 11 for Freedom FM, then you stand a chance instantly to win for yourself 3,000 right here on the Freedom Cash giveaway.
That number 11, you count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You see the big Freedom FM there. Anywhere you see your freedom, there where you go, and there where you can get relief. So you play the cash giveaway this morning. Today is the eve to what? To the
3 wise men.
3 wise men. So you see why today is very, very significant. Significantly important because you're not spending much like yesterday, just $100, for example, and then you get $3,000. So if I were you, I would play as much as I can, like 500, 600, and get my 3,000. Commit that 3,000 tomorrow to the 3 wise men, right? With bumper prizes, nothing less than $20,000 you can win tomorrow. Nothing less than $20,000 you can win tomorrow.
20,000, 50,000,
20,000
100,000. Yeah.
So tomorrow you commit 3,000 you're winning today. You committed to the 3 wise men tomorrow, right? So we are not, depending on how you will play, how you impress Hagar and I, we'll look at your number and say, okay, we'll give them man 100,000. For example, the man has played on the 3 wise men like
several occasions.
Yeah, like several occasions. And this morning alone, he has played 10 times. The man deserves 100,000 to cover for all the plays he has made and all of that. So it's all in your coat. The way you play it, that the way you were something.
So you win 3,000 first and be your phone.
And I don't know, some of you confusing yourself. You're ready, you'll be jumping, you're going to community radio station. You're wasting your cash, you're wasting your money. This is where people have 1 million on the cash giveaway. This is where people have won countless motorcycles. Countless motorcycles. The 100,000 empire, that one part that water. 100, 200,000, 20,000 in that water. So you can't leave that one. Then you go, you passing in the car, you go, someone on community radio, then you go put yourself there. You're wasting your time. So you have to be where the winners are. Where the people are, you come there. So Freedom FM, whether you like us or not, whether you're a rescue, much room in a community, but you know you need the money on your phone, so just pretend like you're not hearing or you be playing the thing, and nobody will come there and say, oh, but in Freedom you win. No, we're not even, as I call you don't have to tell whether you rescue or not, right? So this is it, and it's important because I see some of our men can be shamed, they won't play.
Yeah, they won't play.
And the government, the rescue support on them suffering more than everybody else. They hungry. They shame because God can do it like that. When you take, I mean, you get involved with a decision to take the country back, God can start the suffering with y'all. But for honor, we say, even though you're treated all like that, no problem. Y'all can win money. Y'all don't be shame. You listening to your friend. And to the person we know, you know it not easy on you share. How you start this, you know. But you got something found here on the phone. Man can't play, yeah. Even though you're dancing in the water,
put your pride aside and play.
Put your pride aside, rescue mushrooms, and play the cash giveaway and win some money. Star 799 hash, and of course, you will be a winner. Hey guys, we have to keep following and see what is going on.
Yeah,
because today more people, we got to encourage more people to play today. Play and win, right? Once they play and win, and then they have money on their phone now, then they relax.
Yeah,
They
for
play,
tomorrow.
you relax for tomorrow now. Then it is what it is. But America goes to the pool today.
Yes,
I think
as
the
we speak
process
now,
has
the
started.
process has started.
Mhm.
Yes, it has started already.
What do you think?
Yes, for me, Abu, I've been following from 3 o'clock this morning. I started following up on Kamala and, of course, Trump's final day of campaign. And yeah, I just like how America's politics is.
Okay.
Yes. And there is this guy. I'm just forgetting his name. He's I think an analyst. For the past 40 years.
Oh, that predictor?
Yeah, for the past 40 years, he had been predicting the winner of a special presidential election or any of the presidential election.
Sorry in election. Huh?
Yeah, and they say he done it for 10 candidates who have emerged or who emerged as winners of the election for which he predicted. And he has predicted that Kamala is going to be the next president of America.
Yeah, so that means that Kamala will be the president.
So we hope to see whether that one will work out. Nothing can change. So whether it will work out this term, then we know where we are. But all we say is God bless America. Let God make America great again, as Donald Trump will always say. But if I am to vote, if I had a voting right in America, I would have cast my ballot for Kamala Harris.
Okay, but sadly, you do not have the right to vote. So you and your Kamala Harris, they say like Kamala Harris. So you and your Kamala Harris will just sit on here.
Yeah, man.
But I think,
I would love her to win.
Yeah, some people can love something, but it can't happen. Yeah, the high game. It's on Julian can be crushing on there, but you get it. So yeah.
So from the way you sound, you appear to be a supporter of Trump.
No, not necessarily. But what I think is that we must make electoral decision on the basis of the realities of life, what is happening before us, and we should measure the impact of decisions that have been taken now, and how much they affect us. They must play a key role in our decision making when it comes to elections and all of that, because it's harder to say that we agree with what is going on now. We are pleased with how the global economic realities are. It's okay, right? We are pleased with the tension level globally. We are pleased with the upsurge in terroristic attacks, the expansion of the Wagner into the Sahel and deep down into sub-Saharan Africa, which poses existential threat to our safety as Africans as well. So if we are okay and satisfied with all of these reactionary expansions and threat to global peace and security that's been presided over by the Democrats and, of course, Kamala and Joe Biden, right? Because this is going to be a redux of the Joe Biden and, Star Wars ship. If we are also pleased and satisfied with how, America being the biggest democracy and the example of a global governance, if we are pleased with having somebody as president and other people saying that making decisions for them as a peer now, even with Joe, it seems to be the Obama influence is huge, and we like decisive and independent leader for us. These are the kind of people who take decisions firmly, and in cases where people are wary and something like that, you come in because America position globally is a very, very reverent one. Like for example, in a case with the Ukrainian crisis and how it has prolonged and all of that, if we had a strong character in the warehouse, they'll be very decisive, straight to the point, and that thing will cease. All of the parties involved they do not have the wherewithal to challenge a decisive American president on how they want things to go in that place. But if you have, people will be saying this on the other side, and then they're doing this on the other side. But it's up to the Americans, right? But in my nature, I love pragmatic people. I love realists. I'm not too okay with idealists, people who just put out ideas, beautiful things. They say, cosmetic things. They sound very, very beautiful. They come across to you nicely, but in actions, no, absolutely no. I don't fall for them. I believe I like to know you. This is who you are. I know this is who you are, and then I make a decision. But when you're creating a whole utopic and perspective by yourself, you're making everything look beautiful, everything is okay and that and blah blah. And principally as well, I also believe this whole attack. You see, the other day the church was going at loggerhead and doing all kinds of things. With the Democrats, they put a lot of money into these things, and then the people come down, start talking, oh, they won't change people, may you gay, may you this, blah blah blah. I think with the Republican, there will be rollback on these kinds of uncultural attitude, particularly for us on this part of the continent. But we will follow the play and see. I believe Mr. Trump possesses stronger character than Kamala, but again, it's up to the American to decide who they prefer and how they want to commit their country for the next 4 years. It's very, very important, Higa.
Yeah, so you're right. Man. We wait to see how it will end out there in the US. But yes, I'm going to closely be following that. Just as I did when Donald Trump, let's say, Biden was elected. I'm going to be closely following that again. But Abu, just quickly, we maybe we'll do draw after this. Currently at the Capitol. Okay. We got our guys at the Capitol building, and maybe we'll be getting to them. But let me just remind you on something that we said yesterday in passing. We spoke about the inmates the Guinean who was taken from the prison, and that story was confirmed by a very reliable journalist, in let's say who has been doing courtroom reporting for more than 18 or let's say 14 years. Okay. He's been at the Capitol building. He's reporting for Truth FM every year. Peter? Peter confirmed that. He said government lawyers have dropped criminal charges against a Guinean national, Ibrahim College sheriff, but the defendant goes missing according to Criminal Code A sheriff return. This follows the presiding justice in chamber at the Supreme Court mandate to Criminal Code A resident Judge Roosevelt Willie to release the defendant from the Monrovia Central Prison after state lawyers failed to surrender him to the court for prosecution. Prison authorities confirmed to court officers Monday that defendant Kali Sheriff was no longer in the custody as he was taken away by state securities after Solicitor General Counsel Augustine Fire dropped criminal charges against him due to lack of sufficient evidence for prosecution. Our judicial correspondent further said that defense lawyers led by former Associate Justice Counsel Kabina Janet, I'm coming. Okay, Counsel Kabina Janet are troubled by the situation and has filed a bill of information to Criminal Court A seeking to compel Counsel Fire to produce the living body of their client after they dropped criminal charges against him. Prior to the Justice in Chambers mandate to Judge Willie, Counsel Fires defied the court's order on 2 separate occasions by instructing prison authorities not to release defendant Sharif after they admitted taking $115,000 United States dollars from him during his arrest in Monrovia. So you see, this is one thing I want us to underline. They took away $115,000 USD from him.
Even took his cars.
He was arrested in September by state securities on allegation of plotting to overthrow the military government of Guinea, headed by General Mamadou Doumbouya through the borders between Liberia and Guinea. He was charged with multiple offenses, ranging from mercenary, insurrection, criminal facilitation, criminal conspiracy, criminal solicitation, and paramilitary activities. So yes, I think you listen to that, Abu. You know, this is Liberia for us, and we got this thing. The first thing is the rule of law is becoming to be of no importance to this country. We cannot be doing this. The rule of law over the time now has become like it's of no importance. You cannot have a country where the law should be at the core of every decision making, and today people are violating the laws. The first thing is this guy Ibrahima Kale. Ibrahima Kale was arrested, and his cars, we are told his cars and 115,000 they won't buy, according to the code. Peter confirmed that this one was confirmed by those who arrested Ibrahima. So you arrested a guy, you took his money, you did not turn over his money and belongings to the court, but you instead took it on your own. So now release a guy. On two separate occasions, you refuse to release the guy, even when the court mandated you to release the guy. Now, the only thing you could do is to go at the court or at the central prison 2 a.m. in the morning to get the guys off. And Abu, if you sit and look at this, you will only understand that this is done for two reasons. One, this guy, mind you, from information that we are gathering, is that when Ibrahima is turned over to the Guinea authority, he is going to be executed. Now,
it's clear, but
and we are understanding that there is an agreement between our folks from this end, authorities from this end, and the Guinean, and I'm told cash have interplay so that they turn him over to the Guinean junta. And so now the next thing is, our guys here are glad to do so with no fear, even when it is violating international protocols. They are glad to do so with no fear because they have already taken away the man 115,000, and the court say release the man. If you go about releasing the man, the next thing the court will bring is bring the man belongings, all of what you took from him, the 115,000, his car, and everything that you took away from him. Now, our guys, Abu, imagine the court been requesting that they should turn, when it was confirmed to the court that they took away cash from this guy. The court has been requesting that they should turn over the guy's money to the court. And the only amount out of 115,000, the only amount they were able to turn over is 1,500.
Correct.
So if the guys can only turn over 1,500, Abu, understand for yourself as a Liberian where we are now. The first thing is you can't get the money. It's either those guys have dished out that money, and so Ibrahima, the only thing that can save the government face now is when they get him off, they get him out of this country. That's why you see they had to go to the prison center overnight, 2 a.m. to take him off, because they already know that their action was a disrespect to the court. So the only thing they can do is to get the man off overnight, and we don't know whether he has been turned over to the Guinean authority, or maybe the guys themselves want to do their stuff here. But where it is the fight here is the Liberian government have to be accountable. They have to make themselves accountable. They have to inform Liberians and international partners who are following this case. Make us understand where is Ibrahima. Where is Ibrahima? Because this is a guy whose life is under threat. And if you want to release the guy, release him and give him the opportunity to stay in this country. Or he found somewhere else to go, but not to forcibly turn him over because you received something so that you turn him over, or because you've mismanaged his money, you've stolen his money, and now you don't want to be held accountable. So the only thing you can do is to deliver him or give him over to a junta leadership that is willing only to execute him. And this should not be in the modern Liberia or Liberia that have signed on to several international protocols. And this is where international partners have to start holding this government accountable. Even civil society organizations that are operating in this country, Abu, they should begin now to call on the government and state authorities, talking about the Solicitor General, the Justice Minister, the Police Inspector General. These are individuals who should begin now to get questioned as to where is as to the whereabout of Kali.
What did Peter Toby said in that release? That the Solicitor General, right, was preventing
his release.
The release of the man. When the court has ordered his release on ground that the allegations levied, there were no sufficient evidence to prove the crime against the man, for which he must be kept in prison or extradited. So, but here is the whole thing. I've been following this since September. So over the weekend, Hagar, I managed to speak with some relatives of this fellow, and they agreed with me to do conference call with an individual who was in the prison cell. Is still there, right? So that night, when they went for, you know, the men can be sleeping there now. So I needed the guy's confirmation that yes, this thing happened, and it happened this time, and this fellow was here, he has been here, blah blah blah. So just 2 minutes or so. Let's just hear that.
Hello. Hello? Yeah. How you doing there? I'm okay. How are you? Okay. Hello.
So something that I want us to clarify from this audio, it is Abu hearing saying hello. So it portrayed that they called Abu, and Abu even standing that he was asleep. So they called Abu, and Abu is trying to identify who's this person. I'm sure the person called on screen number. So Abu is trying to identify. It is not Abu who called all these people.
They called me. That they managed to get my number.
Okay.
They called me. So I talk about the case and all of that. So
as a way of intervening, using the media to intervene.
But we have to see. Well, I said, but let the guy talk to me. So that's how the other fellow called, and this was it.
Yeah, listen to you. Okay, is it Sharif? Yeah, this is Sharif, but my brother called me from the prison company online. But he don't want to call it. Oh, okay. How are you? How are you, Chief?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, so your brother called me to talk to me about something. Anyway, my name is Abu Sharif. I work for Freedom FM, right? So I needed to just get some of the actual details. And he said, while you guys were in prison, they came and arrested somebody. But what do you know about it?
The Guinean national, the bro, threatening the president. I don't know if he will kill the president from Guinea.
Okay.
Yeah, so the men were in prison here. The king for the men lasted about 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, against the prison rules. You don't free, you don't come out immediately that nobody knows.
You mean 2 o'clock a.m.?
Well, 2 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why it happened.
Okay. So when they took the man there, how long he has been in the prison there with you?
Oh, I don't know. Almost close to months now.
Okay. And say when he was leaving, he said something?
The men were crying. The men they carried me to go give me.
And you showed that particular fellow that was taking was the Guinean fellow.
That was the Guinean fellow. They call it Ibrahim Sharif. They call it Ibrahim Sharif. Ibrahim Sharif.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, so because that critical, so I did not intend to prolong the conversation. Just want to be sure we are getting all the information that night to call us that this was happening, and up to now, the whereabout of this fellow who was illegally removed from the Monrovia Central Prison overnight, clandestinely, as we are told, by higher ups in the joint security arrangement of the country. I'm told even the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police was present. The Solicitor General, we are made to believe that he was also there.
Yeah.
How about at that time of the night, the prison authority,
because these were only guys who could confirm,
make
possible the release. Yeah.
So this is the Joseph Boakai government in cahoots with a junta in Guinea. So according to the narrative, the guy was screaming, crying. Even nearby community people, dwellers, could hear the man shouting. My people, they carry me or they go and kill me. I don't do nothing or blah, blah, blah. The guy was yelling. Still, these people bundled up the young man, put him in a black vehicle, and took him to wherever. We don't know whether they have delivered him because they're making the man like persona, whether they have delivered him to the junta for him to be executed or they have him here. The family of this fellow are here.
Okay.
And they have begun the process of calling for justice or asking and seeking to know from the government of Liberia where is their son. Okay, you arrested this man, and this arrest, as we've been made to understand, was done by the NSA. Since in September, right, they arrested this man. The NSA illegally kept this man in their custody, as family sources allege, torture. They tortured this man, beat up this man, manhandle him sufficiently until it was brought to the knowledge of some lawyers. Councillor Johnny is aware of this. Councillor Serena Sifa is aware, right? And some other people, they started engaging the NSA and making Prince Johnson to understand that, look, it is not in your power to hold, people, hostage.
Hostage, yes.
You have to turn them over to the justice system, the police, and then the police can forward them to court. They had to go back and forth before finally they released the guy to the police. They went there, back and forth, they took a flight to the court. The case was in court. And like Toby rightly put it, the government of Liberia plus her friends in Guinea could not produce anything substantive by law linking this man
to the allegation.
But you know how junta and dictators can operate.
They are working together.
Cool. So the Guinean authority want to slaughter this man. The moment you indicate disagreement with the junta in Guinea, forget it, you buy your life in plastic bag, wherever you go, they'll go for you. But this man, that country that he having a relationship with, what did we see happen here when Baka took power? We saw officials of the Baka government going to Guinea. When the speaker spoke recently about some proposal lawmakers made as to how, the Guinean junta is suffering for recognition, so they want to set up a delegation. You need approval to go Guinea. I say, no, but that the executive can do it. So covertly, the powerful elite in the government here have been dealing business with the Guinean junta undercover.
And that's why you hear them when they tell you, say they'll go Guinea for current.
Exactly.
It's part of the agreement between them.
So Guinea will just be there now. If anybody disagree with Doumbouya and his dictator and his junta leadership in Guinea, and you think you run into Liberia for safety, forget it. As soon as you can't fall in the net. The men finish settling all the men and they put you in the net. They ain't get time for law being the wrap it or the carry. But this is bad. This is undemocratic. And this must claim the attention of our partners. This must claim the attention, like Hagar said, the civil society, human rights organization. This must claim all of us attention, the media. Because this is an infringement on free speech, freedom of expression or association. So Liberia that prioritize or support these rights must not be the one aiding and abetting the infringement of sin in another country. That is contradicting. Liberia cannot. And of course, Mr. President, you have to step in. You have to step in, and you all will have to address this matter and tell us, where is Ibrahima Sharif? Oh yes. This will have to be done because this is going to pin the country image terribly. If the boy gets killed there, the government of Liberia will be held as an as an accomplice in the murder of the man. Liberia must be seen as a safe country where people fleeing from dictatorship, terror, intimidation, harassment, they can come here, and once we have all of the facts, we can protect them. The records of this country shows that Nelson Mandela then came here for refuge. Other people took refuge in this country. From dictatorship, they came in this country. Liberia is celebrated for that. So we will not sit down for Baka to come and change our history and pin us as the hub where we'll be there when drug lockdown rally they come here for Zone. When people running away from Junta in Guinea, they come here, they tell them you kill them back. This is wickedness. This is wickedness. And you see, the conspicuous silence from the government indicate guilt. Since this thing happened over the weekend, Saturday to Sunday, they have not said a thing. Because the entire prison is aware of what happened. The government of Liberia must address this matter, and they must address it now. Because this is equal to supporting. The government got to come clear. What is the arrangement between they and the Guinea junta? If they're working for the Guinea junta, then they got to tell us.
Okay, Abu, yes. As you were speaking, I was just reading through the international manual for extradition. Yes, and some other laws that are related to extradition, how you can extradite a person and why you can do it. And some of what has been said here, what has been written here, according to Article 2 of that manual, Abu, it would interest you to know that you cannot extradite a person when the person's life is under threat, or reasons that you can maybe when a country like when a country like Guinea, maybe you say that the man come here and face the full weight of the law. Yes, you send him to Guinea, then he go through the legal process. But you cannot be extraditing the person when you know pretty well that the person's life is under threat. That's why Liberia signed on the international protocol to abolish death penalties. So all of these things, we cannot have a country that is governed by law and that have signed on to several international protocols. And then today we have a leader that is leading a country, and the country is violating these protocols. Then they put us into a rare alliance with our international partners, because we cannot be disrespected of our protocols when these people have put their all into it to ensure that it is enforced and that the world can be a safer and a better place for everyone. The action to have taken the Guinean national Ibrahima, to take him from prison, number one, the time it took him off is a violation. You cannot get a person out of the prison 2 a.m. in the morning for no reason, for whatever reason it is. That cannot be possible, because if you're releasing a person, it's either that person, like the court mandated you to do, that person should be legally released. And when somebody when a person is to be legally released, there is nothing about that may hurry. All you needed to do, give your time. That debris, you've already kept the guy in himself for on several occasions, and you've defied the mandate of the court. That alone was enough. So again, if there is a need for you to release the guy, why not wait for day to break? Okay, since you've gotten him off the prison, where is he? Where can we find him? Can the lawyers representing Ibrahima confirm that they have gotten possession of him? Can they confirm that, oh yes, he's so and so place, maybe he's preparing to leave to go so and so place? We are yet to understand. Or can the police tell us, or the authorities, the justice ministry, the police, the solicitor general, can they tell us whether or not the person or Ibrahima is currently in the country, or maybe he's still in prison? You cannot have a country that will be violating laws and international protocols. And like I said, it is putting us in a rare light with our partners. And this is where we are. These are things that can get people sanctioned, that can get a country sanctioned. If you see, maybe a group will tell you, we are not working with this person any longer, or we are not doing this, we are not doing business with this person any longer. These are things I can bring it up. When you appear to be disrespectful to international protocols, then these people will say no. But since the person can respect our laws and things, it means we can work together. And then it will strangulate the country. Already we having a country that is looking at this.
And even for you, the citizens, the same way when you feel threatened, when you feel your life is threatened here, you can run, you go to Sierra Leone, and you can run, you go to Guinea. When you have all reasons to believe that your life is in danger in Liberia, you can go there and you'll be protected by international law. That the same way Ibrahim and others who run from Guinea thinking that the junta is after their life must be protected here. The law says if the Guinean want to get this individual at that particular time, they must provide all of the facts and and evidence, not just dealing behind the scene, and then you enter our way higher up in the security sector, and before you look, they grab the person and send the person back. This is bad. This thing here is bad. But tomorrow or before the close of the week, we endeavor to have one of the lawyers involved with this whole thing to come here and speak to us. Even family members, we'll bring them. We'll continue this until the government of Liberia can speak. And the names of all the people that receive quote-unquote bribe to facilitate this inhumane and undemocratic act, we'll put their names out. We'll put their names out again. It's up to our partners, like people say, the Americans particularly, that stand for good governance, human rights, and all of that. Whether this will happen in the country and we have names of people who purposely and did it only because of the bribe they received from the junta arrangement in Guinea, we'll put their name. It's up to them whether they qualify for Magnitsky sanction or human rights sanction or whatever sanction it is, but they must be designated so that the world get to know them and get to know their nature. We do not care whether they're sanctioned or not, but when a public designation is done, indicating to the world that these individuals are anti-democratic, these are people who are aiding and abetting junta, right? These are individuals who are fighting democracy. Because if you start to support and act for undemocratic regimes, then in essence, you are fighting democracy. Because you can't be in Liberia benefiting from the fruit of democracy. The Americans are protecting you. You have your rights here during the elections. Statements were issued warning the government of the day, right, to allow you your rights to do what you have to do. And of course, recognize the limit and of course the powers you have as citizens to do what you feel like and associate with whoever you want to. Then somebody else is being denied that right in Guinea. But then you're conniving and extraditing people under the cloud of darkness. Send them, go and release the men from the central prison 2 a.m. in the morning. Wickedness. And these people call themselves rescue. They call themselves professionals. They call themselves experienced people. Rusty experience. That's what they got. And this is why everything is going down in the country. Everything is going down. Look at the University of Liberia. First time in the history and in our life for us to hear University of Liberia call for parents-teacher association meeting.
And the funny thing in the letter is you got people who there as master, student, intelligence, who call your pa.
But this is how stupid people become. When you put on that sense of knowing it all, Mr. Know It All. You know, the last time when Bwaka took the decision to make this woman that the content is our own papi made him acting president. For us, we felt, and we're clear, we did not mince our words, and we've told everybody, look, irrespective of who you are, our relationship with you, when you have the opportunity to serve your country, you must do it diligently. This old man, when this old man presided over that university, there was hell. He had to take Emmett Dennis to come in and try to reform. The old man is a backward element. They may will not bring any fresh idea to the university. This man out there, people used to be fighting over chairs, standing in land, doing. He did nothing reforming. Protests here, there, you know. It had to take Emmett Denner to come with a very brilliant structural reform that saw the university started graduating people, and you know, people started understanding their studies. Everything was just looking backward when they got out there. Then you see Bwaga go bring that kind of man in the progressive future of the country.
And from what we are understanding as per the arrangement, when he was appointed, he's acting, and he's not to be appointed as proper, or how to call it, as the president or proper or the head of the institution. But from what we are gathering, he's been there, and you know that they are corrupt money and things. He's been able to taste it. So now he is also pushing. So if you see today, the president is still reluctant.
So you want to leave her in Nigerian mission?
Yeah.
Even in Nigerian
The
mission,
president, if you see the president is still reluctant, you don't want to have somebody appointed permanently. That's the reason, because he himself he's been cajoled by this guy, and to ensure that yes, we can go. Maybe
all of them that
so they want to open
they
want to open a new vetting process. So now at that point, his name will be included. Then yeah, maybe he will send to that's the kind of place we are. The country
that friendship club. He's a very laissez-faire man. That man, I saw you putting leader in there. You get time again. You're sitting on milking and something. You'll be crying honor there like your business. And this is it. We do not need leaders like that. We need leaders who listen, hear, and act and take actions. You can't intimidate. You can't intimidate the student and tell them, say, oh, they must go call their parents. The student must resist that thing. I see them 3 different times. They just rewriting, editing. They see release. How you can't run the people university like that? Then you fronting to remain as president proper. That student can't really take some action on that man. I see also go release. Also, who asks you? Also, you are going to open your mouth. You see, you're a student and you're young people who respect you somebody. You can't respect yourself. The people using you. Who asked you to go issue statement whether you import that or you not import that? Who even invited you? Campaigner for team ever invited also?
They've received their share of what is being distributed around. So
you can be used by these irresponsible people calling themselves lawmakers. Yesterday, they had lawmakers from the 43 men passing around giving money to youth group motorcyclists. Yeah, the lady from down there moved said disqualify. And you say you woman is all of remain there. Right? Passing around giving money to different groups, saying that then they go to Staff Force. Some of you Staff Force will be watching to see you. What when you see you in that place, you'll be talking to old gentlemen, you got to talk for all. They are all they both girl, they want the other one, right? Wait, let's see it. We are telling you, allow things to flow legally. When you get back now, then we will start confronting Fonati to ensure that all of the things he has promised, they are done. But we're not supporting people telling Fonati, say, oh, put money here, let's go take it later on. No. But if that to ensure that this won't happen rightly, yes. But group of gangsters, they put together, oh, because they may not put on the committee, they may not put on the other committee. All the committee heads, they done it, they RLJ, they money, they call into the different concession, the different area where their heads on committee, telling them, oh, you got to send out 20,000.
Okay.
You got to send out 15,000, you got to send out 10,000. EPA then giving the head on marriage, on environment, they're giving them $20,000 monthly. Like when we're suffering, and you all want to go defend these people? You all want to go defend these people for what? For what exactly? You have a president who's lame dog. For the actions of the people to be decisive, to always remind the system, send warning, and then you join ranks with your exploiters. These lawmakers are exploiting this country. They are responsible primarily for some of the hardship we endure. These people, they think they are bosses over us. We pay for the $45,000 vehicle, and they ride those vehicles. People are suffering there in the ghettos. They have no hope. And when our people extend hands for assistance to them, they insult them. They call them names. They call our brothers and sisters, they call them Zoko. They call them all kinds of terrible names. Are they better than you? And you want to join, you won't can defend them, you won't defend your exploiters? For you to join progressive forces, to send message. Nobody's asking anybody to be violent. Nobody's being violent. People are being constructive to engage their killers because you're killing the future of this country. You all are doing so. You all are compensating illicit financial acquisition at the house, at the national legislature. And this is what the Liberian people are raising their voice against. You think you're super rich, you think you're smarter. Some of you, the opportunity you have to be lawmakers, it's not because of your intelligence. Some of you are dull like cutlass back. You know nothing. The moment you open your mouth, so nonsense can come from inside. Liberian people, mayor, lawmakers, and you are abusing them, talking nonsense and putting your arms up. Who do you think you are? And the people want to correct the nonsense in your head, and you think you can throw $5-10 around here to chastise that, to intimidate them, and you're working with security forces and putting gunmen all over the country, all over the city. What is all that about? Hey God, this is terrible. What's the government, what's the president and the government being so undemocratic? Just 6 years ago, we saw you do everything you wish to do. And you're taking big butch raffles, standing in the city center, intimidating the people.
They've made the country to appear like a war zone. Because it is only war zone that you have a war tank, and checkpoints pointed at every locations in the country. Abu, leave from here and just drive to Painesville. See how many checkpoints we have along the road. See how many places they've placed checkpoints. See, even within Monrovia, see how many places police are standing there with big sticks. Why are they doing that? To intimidate Liberians, even the ones that will leave from their homes early in the morning to go and find food to eat for themselves. Today, they are being intimidated. Even though the government has been able to do nothing that will improve the lives of Liberians, and even the Liberians that are using the sour of the roads to be able to sell something for themselves and earn what they are living or get money to be able to survive. Today, these people are being intimidated. Their market structures are being removed. What's the new plan? What's the plan for them? When we have took people from red light, we have had the Gorbachev already prepared. When we have took people from the street, he had the Douala market already prepared. What's the plan? Getting people off the street to take them to where? Or just take them and make them to be beggars to you as you've done before. You know, Abu, this is a very strategic thing. You see, you're continuing to play the cash giveaway. We'll do a draw right now after our conversation. *799# reply with number 11 for freedom, stand a chance to win 3,000. Abu, you cannot have a country. This is a strategic plan that the government running. The fight of the government is to keep Liberians into abject poverty, and then during the next course of election, between now to 2027, you will see them coming out buying laptops, buying rares, dishing out or cash amongst Liberians to think that they can influence their decision for the next election. So their fight is to get you confused, to continue to make you be beggars to them. So you will see them now as Messiah, go to them always for handout, and then they will use that to gain your political support. And this is the country that we are seeing currently under 79-year-old man. We are in November. He will soon be turning 80. Where is the Liberia that you have voted for to rescue? Your campaign for Liberians to vote so you can rescue this country. Today, market women are leaving are being removed from their market buildings. Today, people who were working in government and earning something have been removed, have been dismissed from government. Today, the salary of individuals who you say you're coming to rescue today, they are yet to have any increment in their salary. People are being dismissed. Health workers are being dismissed. One of the lead health or health workers in Basel has been dismissed. We will get the full information about that. And several Liberians, so they are unable to provide for themselves only because of the action of the government. Today, Liberians, motorcyclists that could drive and ride everywhere to have something to go to school, to have something to feed their homes, take care of their daily needs and things. Today, these people are being strangulated. The government says, don't go to the place, don't go to the place. If you go to the place, use 300-400 to register motorbike, get lesson, bring the one, insure motorbike. Why are Liberians being treated this way? Is it a sign of punishment? You came to punish Liberians, or you came to actually rescue them? It is terrible for our country. We can't have a country running like this. All of the decisions that you are making, that you've made since you took over, there have been no people-centered decision. We saw the how they call the guys who used to go stay on the road. I know how they call them. They say they getting back government vehicles or government asset. Today, all of the decisions that you've taken are just selfish decision. You want to take vehicles from people because you feel that the vehicle will go to you. You dismiss people from government because you have your people to employ there. And all of these things are not just normal in the country. And instead of having conscience to say, oh yes, this is our country, then let's ensure that Liberians can benefit because they voted for us. Today, the price of basic commodities on the Liberian market is increasing. The prices of basic commodities on the Liberian market is increasing. We saw the Ministry of Transport. We are just cataloging all of these things so that you know that you are disappointing Liberians who stood in the sun, who stood under the rain to vote for you. You came out, we released transportation fare. Today, that thing has taken absolutely no effect. And all we can see is when the taxi driver take you from a grocery, you carry to Poro, when you give him the 180 that they talk about, it becomes problem. Then you start making noise in the street. What's the sign of rescue? What's the rescue? It said that the rescue was just for Boakai and his legs, or the rescue was about Liberians who you say were struggling. Liberians that you say could not find a cup of meal a day. Was that the reason for which you came into power, to ensure that their lives can be improved, or you just came to just benefit at their detriment, at their expense?
That fake rescue. No. Let's give some money to our players. Star 799 hash. Select option number 11, and of course, you wait a few seconds and decide which currency, because either US or Liberian dollar you select, and then you wait a few seconds and enter your mobile money password, and good to go. From there, now you begin to just hold on. Hey guys, gonna run the draw right now. You know, yes, because we want to give a lot of $3,000 out this morning. To prepare some of you, I know, you know, but yes, let's give out 3,000. It's important. Tomorrow we will be here again assisting, because this is an assistant program. I like to put it. The government has turned her back on the people. The government is not doing what she has to do. So we're about to call winners. That is going to be a representative, you know, of those we have had already. There are lots of people, so you have to join the club of winners here this morning. Collect your $3,000 now, and then have enough resources on your phone for tomorrow. Bumper prizes, the 3 wise men promotion that you have heard all across Monrovia. It is a whole new promotion that comes to put serious money you can get. How some of you that like your iPhone business?
Yeah, iPhone 16 will be up as part of the price. We get house as well. You'll be having. Let's talk to this person. Good morning. Morning, man. How are you? Okay, this is Hey Guy, and I'm calling you from Freedom FM. Yeah. You played the Freedom Cash giveaway this morning? Yeah. How many times you played? One time. Yeah. And you won for yourself 3,000 Liberian dollars. Can you confirm that you received it?
Hey, let me check it out.
Check your phone.
But wait. That your first time playing all along?
Yeah.
You never played before?
Let me check it.
So check your phone. Your 3,000 there, okay?
All right.
All right.
So
thank you. I can be playing.
She one of the person that been doubting. So she said, "Let me just try the thing."
Yeah, let
so
me try.
Try it,
Man. 6.
You two can be the same, right? Yeah, you don't have to believe it, but try and see.
69. So we're calling more winners out here this month.
Okay.
This person is
that person already started using their own money.
Yes, this person is on another call. So we move on to another person. Star 799 hash. Reply with 11 for Freedom FM, and then you stand a chance to win for yourself 3,000 Liberian dollars right here this morning on the Freedom Catch giveaway. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Hagar. I'm calling you from Freedom FM.
Hey, what's up, Hagar?
I'm okay. You played the Freedom Catch giveaway this morning?
Sure.
How many times you play?
3 times.
3 times. Using 300 Liberian dollars.
Yeah.
So check your phone. You receive 3,000.
Yeah, did you go ahead and lend it out?
Okay, Chief. Go ahead and enjoy your money, okay?
Okay, bro.
Yeah, okay. All right, okay. So let's talk to the person. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Chief. How are you?
Thank God.
Hagar Gonda here, and I'm calling you from Freedom FM.
Yeah, and also where you living in Memeta.
Okay, so you played the Freedom Catch giveaway this morning?
Yeah, I'm a very first time. I played. Hold on, yesterday I win. First time.
Okay, you played this morning. How much time you play?
I think I played 3 times.
You played 3 times, so you use 300 Liberian dollars. You receive 3,000 Liberian dollars, Chief.
Yeah, I saw the message. Thank you.
Are you welcome, Chief? Okay. Okay, man. So let's call at least maybe 2 more, then we'll take a break. Yes, we got more money to give out this morning. More money. I won't prepare you for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be giving the bumper prices. The 3 wise men start tomorrow. 100,000, 50,000, 20,000. I'm going to be up for grab. iPhone 16 as well. Good morning. Morning. How are you, man?
I'm okay.
Okay, this is Hagar Gonda. I'm calling you from Freedom FM. Okay, all right. Continue to play. I hope you can be the winner of a brand new car or maybe the house. All right, man. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So let's talk to 1 or 2 more persons. Let's see. Star 799 hash. Reply with number 11. You stand a chance to win for yourself 3,000 Liberian dollars right here instantly this morning. So let's see. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I'm okay. This is Hagar. I'm calling you from Freedom FM.
Yeah, listening to you, Hagar.
Oh, you listening to me?
Yes.
Okay, you played the Freedom Catch giveaway this morning?
I played just now 2 times.
You played just now. You played 2 times and using 200 Liberian dollars.
Yeah, but yesterday I played it.
Yeah, so the money you only played 2 times.
Yeah.
So check your phone. You receive 3,000 Liberian dollars.
I've been receiving it while you were talking.
Okay, man. Go ahead and enjoy your money. I own some money in there, yeah?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, man. Okay. All right, Abu. Yes, we can take a break here.
Yeah.
Allow more people to play, then we'll do it like we did first.
Exactly. So let's take word from Crime Stopper Liberia, and when we come back, we'll dive into other issues. This show.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, don't report it. Don't take law in your hands or the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Science.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is the official partner and sponsor. And of course, Radio Entertainment is also here. And that's why we're here every morning giving you money on your phones through the kind courtesy of Radio Entertainment Liberia, *799#. And of course, you stand a chance to be one of our winners here this morning on the show. And the payout is $3,000 this morning. But tomorrow, you're going to get more than that. Higa.
Yeah. So tomorrow we'll be giving out more than that, like you said, and it's going to be the first day of draw on the three wise men. You know, we've been talking about this. So what the three wise men will offer will begin tomorrow. And so all that you have to do is to play today's edition of the program so that it prepares you for tomorrow. Because for those of our winners who we just called, and even the ones that we weren't able to call, for those of the winners who we just called and the ones that we weren't able to call or we have not called, we'll call others maybe a couple of minutes from now. But all of you who have won, you are already hoping on something that even your whole day, you're already in your phone. So tomorrow, you can even use $1,000 or less and play the Freedom Cash giveaway tomorrow and even stand a chance to win 150 or 20,000 or any of them. iPhone 16 will be up as part of our prices. A brand new house, motorbikes, and everything you talk about, just name it, even a brand new car. So muster the courage to play today. You can play when you're 3,000, use your 2G, about 1 GB in your phone, and a *799#. You reply with number 11, *799#. You reply with number 11 for just $100 Liberian dollars. You stand a chance to win 3,000.
Yes, indeed. So the president has relieved the officers of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency, pundits, and of course analysts all across the country have reacted in mixed form and faction to this, owing to, first of all, people are just opposing the president's commitment to fighting drugs, the capacity of the drug cartel in the country, and of course, all of the political inside plays that happen that get us where we are versus the existential threats that drug peddling poses on the life of our ordinary young people, our slum people, and all of that. So you, the drugs users out there, this conversation is about you. Because for the layman who uses 200, 300 to buy these drugs, right? For the most part, they're buying it because it's available on the market, right? So to begin stopping it, there must be a concerted and, of course, determined government action that starts with the agency responsible to curbing or, doing all she has to do and the first line of law enforcement is deterrence. Any law enforcement agency or institution that lacks the ability to deter crime have already started failing. And sometimes the character, the charisma the head of the institution comes with speaks greatly. The appearance. But if you go post someone a weak person, the person walking says, oh, that the police director here, see the way they're talking, and, you know, their physical appearance, everything looking like that. And, you know, criminals start talking about it, and, you know. So that alone is important for those of you that don't know. Their credential, their experience, and their records of service is also very key. You can't just take any kind of Tom, Dick, Harry you put in strategic and, you know, law enforcement area. And some people here, they Google this Tamba Johnny, drugs enforcement agency. They want to profile.
You already know that man.
Yeah, they want to profile and see, but man, that is going to communicate to the partners how serious you are about fighting drugs or not. Such is the case with the drugs enforcement agency now as we speak. First of all, I believe in as much as AB and us have had our disagreements and, you know, the way they conducted themselves during the election period, we've met even each corner here now, we can argue among ourselves and say, you all brought this mess upon us and all of that. But those times are over. Let's look at the decisions that are being made now, right? Honestly and sincerely speaking, I think Baka has demonstrated lack of control and, of course, leadership.
Sure.
The video we all saw and the gross insubordination meted against the boss, even if there were prior actions that warrant you taking or making a decision on the boss, but the matter that were being subjected to investigation, right? A strong president, a president with characters, with real character, who take decisive stance in curbing insubordination, disrespect, and unprofessionalism in the bureaucratic space of the country. Baka did not do that because Baka spent all of the time, right? All of the time being knocked around like someone on play tour. When they don't knock him like that, you only knock him on the side, come kick, grab him and kick him on the other side. Just play him all around like someone on small dumpty, passing around the town. And this is the case. And the president who goes to take decision, the president dismisses the people. Oh, Mr. President, it's in your purview. Respect that. So now, Mr. President, you order an investigation. Where is the outcome of the investigation? What did the investigation establish? Because the deputies of Mr. Colonel Krumah, made allegations, terrible allegations they levied. Now that you have dismissed Krumah and all of them, does that go to say that your investigation established Mr. Krumah or found Mr. Krumah guilty of everything that Bauko and Fadiga alleged? You see, when you have a sleepy president, it's terrible. A president who brings sleeps and does not wake up to the realities of the danger that he's causing is terrible. And this is the case with Baka. Baka, you just go ahead secretly, you say you move the people. Mr. Baka, the partners, the Liberians are concerned. We like to know who are the cartel Mr. Colonel Krumah was doing business with. If this is what your dismissal is indicating. There were allegations both ways. And that Fadiga was working for Japan and other drug people that Mr. Krumah had arrested and, of course, were pushed for prosecution. So what did the investigation find? Share it with the Liberian people. Let's know what has gone on. But under this form and manner, we think this is absolutely a demonstration of zero leadership on your part, Buckeye. The way you're leading the country, these things will come back. You're making people heroes. You just dismiss people, you come back. Without any, you launch an investigation. The investigation finally comes out. You keep it to yourself. You don't share with anybody. You don't tell anybody. Nobody hear about it. Blah, blah, blah. Who people are dismissed. Liberians were all here, we wanted to know what happened. For us, we're looking at it on the surface. Why the men went to that length of abusing, disrespecting, dishonoring their boss. So Baka is trying to tell us that Jeremiah Kun can wake up one morning, go to the office and insult him.
And that don't happen. Even though both are elected.
Yeah.
But
Now, I'm just drawing a scenario now. A boss and subordinate scenario. I know in the case they're elected, right? For example, two of them in the office, the man walk there, insult him, do everything, and say everything he wants to put it on and share it with the media. And when you can go back to your own office, then two of them just dismiss them. Then Ellen just say two of them fire. Is that justice? This does not come to me like justice. Mr. Baka has been partial. And the facts that we have points to the fact that Mr. Baka is being teleguarded in the whole LDA stuff, and forces who are feeling weary, who the presence of A.B. Kuma in the security structure intimidate, have worked sufficiently to have him ousted from the government. That is their business. That is their internal unity party stupidity. That one on them. But for us, it is important we speak for everybody, even if you disagree with us. So where is justice in all this? It only indicates how serious, irresponsible, careless, and of course, weak Joseph Baka is that we have always said. And does this help the fight against drugs? Absolutely not. Look at the character, the personality of the men that have been appointed now. So, right? Look at the man, the character, history. I mean, this man is not new to the security sector of the country. Low profile, no morale, absolutely not. Cartels will operate behind the scene with them not even understanding what is going on. And this is where we are compensating drugs, drug peddling in the country.
Okay. You know, sometimes Liberia's problem becomes difficult to discuss because, again, when you sit as a logical person, you sit and understand Liberians, they sometimes invoke things on themselves. So the action of the government, especially the president now, some of us, we aren't surprised, but we knew that these things were going to be the reality of the day. Ambassador Baka, like Liberians, many of us have always believed that you are on the path of failure, and I think you continue to authenticate our thoughts and belief about your inability to run this country. You know, Abu, if you followed up when Baka got elected as president of Liberia, especially following the inauguration process, there were Liberians who because of their fear for Ibrahim Kuma were really against AB becoming the Director General of the Liberian National Police, or the Inspector General, whatever you call it. And why you think that fear was that high? Because Liberians, especially those who were bent on violating laws of the country, they thought that Ibrahim was a straightforward man, a man who could push and ensure that the law is implemented. Even though when he was one or two, some of us had issues with the way he was running his operation and other things, running into motorcyclists because he feel they violate laws and things. We had issue with that. But Abu, this is a country that if Liberia must be transformed, it must be transformed with a leader with a very high hand. And Ibrahim Kuma portrayed that when he was police director, as a deputy for operation. So now, when Ibrahim was given the opportunity to serve as the Director General of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, the name Ibrahim alone served as fear and intimidation to people who were involved in drugs. And you could see that after he took office, you could see many of his operations. You could see what he did, how his actions were instilling fears in drug users and drug traffickers and dealers in this country. Now, disrespect came in from the angle of his deputies, who for no reason or best known to themselves, they decided to form a clique against this man and went against him the way they did, to the extent of literally insulting him and jumping on him into a face fight. That was disrespect. No matter what it is your boss. Even in a non-security institution, your boss is your boss. Then what more about security personnel or officers who are taught to always respect? They can say, duty before complaint. Once he's your boss, he's your boss. But these were individuals planted by some top hierarchies of the Unity Party to go there and get themselves involved into what they got themselves involved into, so that they can get Ibrahim, or because they saw him as a threat to their business. Many of these guys have seen drug today to be the business that they can make to earn for themselves. So Ibrahim's presence there, they knew that it would have served as a hindrance to their operation. Exactly. So what can we do? Let's get him off. How can we get him off? How can we get him off? Let's plant somebody there, and then we use those individuals against him. That's why, let's be frank, Abu, you will not have a subordinate disrespecting a boss when there is nothing that boss is depending on, that subordinate is.
That's to be a big hand behind that
subordinate. Yes. So even for example, I'm here, right? I know that this is where I'm earning my living from, Abu. You think I'm able to just get myself involved into actions that when I know that there is no hope that after here I'll be able to earn something somewhere tomorrow? Yeah. But you will only see me start to misbehave when there is a hope that after here I'm going somewhere bigger than this.
And so who gives that hope is the president.
Is the president.
The guarantee.
The guarantee
because the president
of, yes,
has the appointing power.
So this is what has happened. So those guys were used to disrespect their boss, and today the president launched an investigation in the matter. It was a gross disrespect on the part of those deputies to go against their boss in the form of manner, no matter why it is. What I think you needed to have done was officially communicate with the president, tell the president, give the president reason or reasons why you think you cannot work with Ibrahim if you think his actions are against the running of the LDA. If that was an administrative decision that those guys were taking, or if their action was administrative, Abu, that would have been the first step. Write the president, write the president and tell the president why you think you cannot work with him, and see whether or not the president would not intervene. But the guys were planted solely to disorganize that entire place and ensure that they get Ibrahim up. And now you see the president is only, the reason you see him acting that he dismisses these two individuals is only doing it as a call up. Liberians will now understand his limitation and his ineptitude when he decides to keep those guys there. So he will say, the only thing we can do now, let's get him off and we'll get him in. So the prime target in that entire thing was to get Ibrahim Nkrumah out of the DEA. So these other two guys, they are only there because, yes, the president wants to keep his face. He wants to save his face. So now we've cutting another person that have been appointed. Now, let's look at whether or not this person is able to serve in that position as Ibrahim did, to keep pushing, to ensure that some of the successes that were being achieved during Ibrahim Nkrumah's tenure, some of them can be built upon. So you have a guy, you took Ibrahim off, you need to bring somebody strong who will fight. We're not questioning. For me, I'm waiting to see how he's going to perform. But looking at his background, since the executive marshal release came out, we've been doing background check in Abu. I don't see this individual to be somebody who will fight the issue of drug in this country.
No, you can't see the strength in the character. You
can't even see that.
There even questions
the
about
the officer in charge. The officer in charge at the DA, the guy who resigned.
Man would have
been a better pick.
But Peter is a guy, I do not know him like that, but from what I've heard from professional cycle, from people who've worked with him before, from the ERU days, you know, they were the first batch of people that went to Nigeria for training that came back. And, you know, all of his colleagues have spoken very highly about his integrity, you know,
so
and of
such
course
a
his
man,
personality.
Such a man, we understand that the government will not want to bring him on because he will still stand against their quest and things. So people who believe in the execution, you know, drug is being used as a cartel to to damage the future generation of this country. Many of these individuals you see doing these things, they know what they are doing. If you think the people are going to fight drugs, why Ibrahim, who is supposed to fight drugs, the people getting off today? Because they want our youth to continuously be involved into drugs so that they drink and let's say they take in these substances and lose their senses or lost their senses. Then what will happen is the generation that are currently in charge, or the generation that is currently in charge of leadership, will continue to hold on. That, for example, Hagar is in position. When Hagar leave from there, another gunner will come and stay in that very position. So it is a cartel that is being set, or that has been set to damage the future of this country. That's why you see many of our young friends, the guys will keep you out there. The guys, though they got the power, the willpower to fight drugs, to ensure that the issue of drugs in this country, even if it is not completely stopped, it is able to, or they are able to ensure that yes, it can be curtailed. But they will not do it. They will pretend that LDA is only there. That if you give me the opportunity, I will scratch that off, because it is only there to get government money and not execute the real function for which they are there. So these guys, their mind, their plan now is to just continue to damage the future of the country, so that they can have their children continuously stay on the hem of power. What will happen 6 years from now? Drugs will say, you will take drugs from now to the next 6 years, or 5 or 4 years. Election time, you will come, because already you've not been able to make a decision for yourself. You've not been able to make a decision for yourself. So your condition will be used. So they come out and dish out T-shirt. Give you 1 cup of rest, give you $200, $300 liberty. You feel like that plenty of money. You go, you stay in the street, insult your friend for the other candidate, insult your friend, because that is what they have made you to be. This country is on the retrogressing path.
Oh yeah, that's correct.
And if care is not taken, Liberians, you know, I'm sick and looking at how Liberians, just quickly, the issue about the protest. Today's protest.
That's what I want us to conclude with.
Okay,
and then we'll call some of the leaders and know. But I know the momentum is building up, but I think the guys are being very tactical with their information, right? Yes. And they want to, because they have people that are also observing and getting feedback on the security and some of the things. They want to be sure, because they don't want to expose people to danger and all of that. So they want to make sure that everything is in place. But yes, come out, be sure. The organizers are very professionals, and of course, their intention is not to create situation for any of us. But Liberia is in trouble. The action today is not particularly for the general issues in the country, but particularly dealing with the irresponsible attitude of those misfits calling themselves lawmakers, right? Showing that they come to work. I'm seeing conversations circulating on social media handles about one of the lawmakers, a nude being circulated and all of that. So these are not helpful. That gonna, my man, I'm gonna make him be my man. I do that revolutionaries can be my man. Starboy, Mr. Gentleman. No, me and those people, they're not. So we have been having this conversation, Liberians, because, when we take election decision, is for governments to come and make life better for Liberians than it was in the past. But time immemorial, we've seen Liberians' government working more to serve foreigners than us. It's important. When we're talking about rich people in the country, and people who are doing. Look at the entire boulevard in our own country. All of the major structures there are owned by foreigners. Not that Liberians do not have the will to build their country, but do we have the means? No. When we struggle and have a means, when government people come, they start to question us. Which party, which country you coming from? Which tribe is you? Are you coming from? This, that, blah, blah. So when these parochial, selfish, sentimental conversations do not align, then they begin to muzzle you politically. This is an HO thing. When is that bus going to start? Mr. Boakai came, he promised that he was going to do it even better than we are in the CDC date. But now we are seeing and getting report that Mr. Boakai and his government is committed to taking contracts and businesses from Liberian companies.
But it started with, that.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm coming to. The U-boating thing is just a tip of the iceberg. There are a lot of people since we started having the U-boating conversation that their contracts are subject to termination now. Liberians, businesses and contract, construction, transportation, service, and everything. And for whatever reason, we do not know, for kickback purposes. Because, for example, this United Party thing we told you, they're white-collar criminals, and you all did not believe. You know why United Party is not comfortable of giving contract to Liberian companies? Because you and the man, all the other citizens in the country, right?
You're right.
Right. So when you can't give me the contract, then you go put some of the money in the budget that is more than what you're supposed to give me for my contract. Like I signed a $2 million contract with you, and you put 15 million there that you come back for later on. When you do it with the Lebanese man will give it to you, you carry your money. But when you do it with the Liberian man, the Liberian company, as soon as that money hit, you go back for it, the man start being rational. They don't let that work. You people are thieves. Unity Party are white-collar criminals. These buggers you gave power to, they've come back to rake us, scrape us naked, steal from our country, and justify their stealing. Criminals, BMs, black money, fools all over the place. They are the ones. So, but these are black money transactions. They feel threatening when they are interacting with Liberian companies. So now, somebody sees this contract with the MDMC and the Ministry of Transport, by extension the Liberian government, as a window through which they themselves can be millionaires, but it cannot happen with a Liberian company. It has to happen with a foreign company.
So they have control.
Yeah, with a foreign company, they have control. They can intimidate you, they can threaten you, they can frighten you, and you'll send their money. But when you try a Liberian company, they are afraid that they will be exposed. So you all sitting, you not understand why the government they do not feel okay when contracts is given to Liberian companies. They go for it, they try taking it from you. Because when they bring corruption, then you will know. You will have them on record. You will have them on record. And what is even more troubling and disturbing is to know that these kinds of power wieldings and all of it is not being sanctioned and authoritatively sanctioned by the justice system where we are supposed to go to get redress. And you see that system acting as a party in a case to scrape off Liberian from the right. And I'm told MDMC under this contract employs over 200 Liberian citizens. Work over 200, and doing the inspection process, right? Doing the inspection process along with the Ministry of Transport, they hire additional part-time workers. How you see them there carrying on the inspection, doing everything for them, right? So this is it. Why is it that contract cannot stay with Liberia? We continue to grow. It builds and enhances Mr. John Uboti's capacity to open other subsidiaries and employ other Liberians in other areas, but no, selfish politicians say no. Take the company from John Uboti. John Ubote is from the southeast. John Ubote, that CDC man. John Ubote got a contract when CDC was there. So John Ubote have lost his right to Liberia. John Ubote has lost his citizen. The country not supposed to serve John Ubote. The country not supposed to help John Ubote to become better. Take it from him, scrape me, let him get broke, let him crawl. Get all the Liberians suffering and in the street. This is exactly the message that Baka is sending out, and this is terrible. This is bad in our own country. You see, these are the things that took Liberia to war. These are the kind of things when certain people believe that because they have political power, they can infringe on everybody and deny everybody, and they think that our survival must be at their dictate. They must decide who survive. They must decide who live. They must even you get a company that will strangle you, they will break you down. This is bad. And we believe in our ancient time, this will not happen. And that's why we're raising the necessary alarm until we hear that Mr. Minister Oswald Tuer has withdrawn his communication, interfering with the justice system, interfering with a matter that is before the court, interfering with a matter where the Supreme Court has ruled in and clearly established that the company that they are fronting for, right, that Lebanese road management company that they are fronting for, that company does not have the right that whatever concession they are laying claim to, first of all, is bogus and does not exist. The people go, they bribe the system, they pass around, somebody go pull clandestine document together, give it to them, they say they are passing around. Every year, any government can come, we say we get a contract. What kind of contract is that? How contracts are signed in Liberia? Concessions are rectified in Liberia? Who rectify your concession? You think we do not know what Liberia government can give concession in? What is qualified for concession? No. Issuing driver license, they're not concession matter there. The code was clear on that. But this is the agency under which this service is being provided, the Ministry of Transport. The minister there wrote, understanding the illegality in the Justice Minister's communication, to say no. First of all, let me remind you on some of these things. So let me read this. On the 28th of October, just very recently, on the 28th of October, how many days ago? Today is the 5th, like roughly 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Dear Honorable Tuer, I present my compliments and take note of your communication reference, blah, 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 in which you inform me that the government of Liberia is moving forward with the implementation of a duly rectified concession agreement between the government and the Liberia Traffic Management Incorporated, LTMI. The Minister of Justice, failing or ignoring the court ruling in this matter, comes back to say and read a communication to the Minister of Transport that this bogus thing is duly rectified. Rectified by whom? Folks, I am pleased to inform you that the Ministry of Transport is not aware of said concession agreement. You say you have rectified a concession that's supposed to affect the Ministry of Transport. But the Minister of Transport comes back and say that we as a ministry, there is no record to show our awareness or knowledge of the presence of anything called concession that you are referencing. Absolutely not. Aware of said concession agreement as spelled out in your letter referenced above based on the following. One, say the reason why we're telling you that we are not aware and that thing you're doing illegal, a criminal, in as much as you are the justice minister, the reason we're telling you that one, I have not received as a minister sitting since I entered this office. In fact, I was even here as deputy. But in this capacity, I have not received any instruction from the office of the President of the Republic of Liberia to proceed with such concession agreement. So Oswald Tuohy has joined the bandwagon of people who are exploiting the weakness of the president and they're taking decision on the side. The whole concession happened, but the president office in the it's not published. The Minister of Presidential Affairs have sent no communication acknowledging, but the minister sent it. So the transport minister say, "Me, I'm from Bombing County." So the other thing here, what you talking here, we can do things like that in our country. Say, I'm not aware because I have not received anything from my boss office telling me or informing me or notifying me about a concession agreement signed and all of what that is required. Liberia to proceed with such concession agreements. So, in as much as that instruction has not come from the executive mansion, from a boss office, I cannot proceed with this because proceeding with this in the future, if something come back, the president gets involved. The president asks me, "Oh, why did you do this?" I'm not part of your thing. I know about, hey, you and Gregory, now you're doing your thing. You can't chung on me. So I cannot. We are not aware. 2, I have in my possession a ruling. You see, as minister.
So you not know. Say you the justice minister, you not know the law.
But me, I have in my possession now, as I speak to you, Mr. Minister, a ruling from the 6th Judicial Circuit Court, Civil Law Court, Montserrado County, Republic of Liberia, that denied and dismissed petition from LMTR, the company that you're talking about, and the concession that you're talking about. Say, I have a ruling from the court, the highest court. Hello. And the Minister of Justice, the Attorney General of the Republic, we're in trouble. We're in serious mess. Mr. Attorney General, with all due respect, you dropped the ball here, sir. You should not have. Too many people who you in very high esteem, including myself. But this kind of elementary error will be made by you and coming from you, I am increasingly disappointed. Dismissed, right? Petition from LMTR for what to for one to subject matter jurisdiction. That the petitioner, which is the LMTR, is not entitled to a preliminary injunction as a consequence thereof, the temporary restraining order and the preliminary injunction placed on the respondent or moving implementation of the PPP agreement. So LMTR, the Lebanese Hezbollah connected group that Gregory Como and his like have been fronting for many, many years, right, have gone to the court praying an injunction on the operation of MDMC in this issuance of vehicle license plate and all of that was signed. See, that PPP agreement, what the Ministry of Transport entered in with you, something that was not the first time. It has been happening. That's how the Transport Ministry has been dealing. Say to stop it, the court say no, we can't, because you do not have the entitlement. Agreement vacated and lifted permanently, and that the denial and dismissal of the entire action terminates the matter and effectively renders all other issues moot. That's what the court say.
Yeah.
That action of the court say, the thing what the people ask for, then get right on it, and anything related to the thing not in their preview, is stopped. The whole case is done, it finished. MDMC have the right to go ahead. They did their contract finish. The government and the ministry can decide who else they want to give the contract to. But bringing fake concession, no, it does not work that way. In our own country. 3, the Motor Vehicle Division is providing jobs for over 200 Liberians, and I humbly request for a copy of the concession, the minister told him. So if you show you get concession, bring copy. Let me see. Up to now, we still waiting for the copy. Also,
and when was that letter sent?
On the 28th
of last month.
And
today is the
5th.
So we are talking about 8 days since. We can.
And the minister who say, duly what? Let me use this word. Where is the word? Duly rectify concession. So, Mr. Duly rectify concession, bring a copy of your concession. Let's see it. This is sad. I don't know, but this is terribly sad.
And you're right, Abu. This is sad for our country. It is sad when another minister will just feel say the country is your father's property, and so you want to subject your colleagues to your decision. You cannot be doing something that is wrong and you want to make it look like it's right. So now the challenge is on you. Since you claim that what you are doing is legal and it's right, so and these things are being supported, the first thing is it should not even be coming from the Justice Ministry. That should be a directive from the president going towards the Minister of Transport, because this is borders on concession. This is border on investment in the country, and that decision should be rendered or should be sent to the minister by the president, and not just one greedy hunter who will just sit and think like, oh yeah, I will do it, and he will accept it. Then we clandestinely work and exploit the country. What is the personal benefit in this contract? Why you stand to benefit? Especially when you see that Liberians are being taken off jobs today only because, gosh, this country sometimes, Liberia, our problem can be like we can get disappointed to the point that sometimes you really have to say some things.
Very disappointed.
You can be running.
So what is the hope? They say in your country you must do business. Liberia must open company. Liberia must open factory. Liberian struggle, they go hustle, they get a lay money, they kind of open it. One politician sitting on somewhere, he get a Lebanese friends, or he can go down with us out to go take things from. He used a political connection, they strangulate you, they take the contract from you, they give to the Lebanese man. Is that fair? Is that right? You are seeing the Justice Minister writing, putting a signature, signing, and even misrepresenting the facts in favor of a Lebanese company to take this. This thing would not happen in Ghana. This thing cannot. The Justice Minister of Ghana write a letter to take contract from a Ghanaian company in favor of a Lebanese company because some Ghanaians are behind it and they will get kicked back. And the Ghanaian population will sit down idly and watch that. No, that nonsense can't happen in countries like that. These things happen here because the politicians take us for food. These things happen here because, the politicians have gotten to realize and know that we are weak. We do not take action. We're scared. There here today, you all been making noise.
The law makers this, the law makers that.
An opportunity not to throw stone.
Go and express your anger.
An opportunity not to bust or break car windshield. An opportunity not to burglarize. An opportunity to march and send a message of disagreement, and of course, give an instruction to your lawmakers to do the people's job. And you are sitting there, you're hungry, you do not have food. These lawmakers, they're up Capitol Hill. We're giving them thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, and they're abusing it and slapping it in our faces. This is weakness. Nobody should ask you to come out for yourself. People not going to, this begging syndrome that's in the country, oh, America, you can't help her. This thing is going to end very shortly. Americans and other partners have got competing priorities in terms of where they spend the taxpayers' money, and of course, the urgency requires. You have people dying.
The first thing is America now is going to an election, right? And after this election, you will have to, the government is almost like the one that can happen. The outgoing government would not have to spend the country's resources on other countries until the new government can come in. So if Liberia is hoping between now and January to get any benefit or anything from America, that is a blatant lie. So if Liberians will not at this point stand up for their own rights and ensure that people who are elected are held accountable for decisions and action they can take in this country, then I don't think we are ready to go. Abu, I'm sick and tired, watching the internet this morning. Liberians, you sat and said, when we open the line here right now, some of you will take from your call, you'll say, all of what you want to say. Today you have the opportunity to go and vent out your anger, not to throw stone like Abu said, right? Not to throw stone, not to or maybe fight somebody, not to disrespect it, but just to live according to the laws of the republic.
But guess what? Guess what now? One thing I know, there's still people very strong with the requisite balls in this country to look at tyrants and look at criminals and speak. So men from the Douazon in there. This morning, you say, why you're sleeping? They moved straight to the RLJ hotel. Okay. They moved there, and these buggers have run out of the hotels, I'm told.
Yeah, so because I was watching a video.
Oh, yeah, these buggers say they not run away from the hotel, they coming in town.
Yes. So
because they were challenging the people, they supposed to say, leave the hotel, go to work. So the guys, gather around the RLJ hotel there. And all of them are the only. So you see, if these are Liberians, nobody beating them, nobody doing anything, and they did not hurt anybody, but their presence made a lawmaker to leave the place to come Capitol Hill.
The guys themselves know that they are doing wrong,
and you must use your presence.
The reason there is that you are not making them to regret why they are doing the wrong thing. So
simple.
They know that they are doing the wrong thing.
So they feel they are right to do what they are doing, folks.
Yeah, Abu, we can give our cash to
of course
winners. *799#, *799#. Reply with number 11 for Freedom FM. You stand a chance to win 3,000. We're coming to do another bash of draw here this morning. Another bash of draw here. I'm coming. Yeah, sorry. So just continue putting in *799#. Then you reply with number 11 for Freedom FM. Since today is today is Tuesday, tomorrow Wednesday we'll be here and we start to give out our first draw on the three wise men. So let's talk to this person to see whether they have received their own share of the cake right here as we are doing it on Freedom FM. That is where we are. That's who we are. *799#. Reply with number 11 for Freedom FM. You stand a chance to win for yourself 3,000 Liberian dollars here and now, instantly. Let's see this person. What's going on? This person, if you can pick, I'll move on to another person. We'll move on to another person. Let me call this other person, then we can.
The man, the master coming, is the man running away. If they got good, Jack and pull it. And I say, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Simple. The people say nothing. The boss say, oh, look at the number of people. Look at them. All of y'all go sit down to hotels,
and now the Baba
abandon
getting from there.
The Liberian people job.
Now why you look for anyway?
See, how many vehicles? Right?
40 plus. They are 42 now.
Yeah.
So today, one of the things I'll be interested in, I want to see where the deputy speaker will go.
Man,
good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. This is Hagar. I'm calling you from Freedom FM.
Spell that, man.
Hey, Hagar.
What's
Hagar
up?
Gonad. This is Prince Gay. I'm journey for Capitol Hill.
Okay, Prince Gay from Capitol Hill. That is Capitol Hill there. What's up? You played the Freedom Cast giveaway this morning?
Yeah, man. I played 2 times this morning.
You played 2 times, so you can confirm that you received 3,000 Liberian dollars.
Yeah, let me check.
All right, Chief. Go ahead for you. Enjoy your money. Let's call another person right here. Let's see. These guys have to be called to order. These guys have to be called to order. This is Liberia. In this country, you cannot run our country that like this is your father. Why you guys are not picking? You have to pick because we have other things to run after. We got callers to start with. Okay, so since this person
Yellow
is speaking
Valley
to us,
subscriber,
then
please
we'll
be
move
informed
on.
that the number you're calling has not
Then
answered.
we'll move on to just do another one quickly. Then we go. Okay, so we'll be doing a draw. Let's talk to the person that will be doing a draw behind the scene now, because we're about to speak to our callers right here this morning to know where we are in this country. This is our country, Liberia, and we must all ensure that we do the right thing. Yes. Star 799 hash, reply with number 11. Good morning.
Hello?
Morning, Chief. How are you?
Hello?
This is Hey Guy, and I'm calling you from Freedom FM.
Okay.
Did you play the Freedom Cash giveaway this morning?
Yes, sir.
How many times you played it?
What we have played
You played how many times?
3 times.
3 times this morning. Confirm that you received 3,000 Liberian dollars.
Oh, wow.
All right, Chief. Okay. Abu, you think we can respond? We can pick calls now?
Yeah, do we have? Can we talk to other of our guys there?
Yeah. Let's see whether we can talk to Stephen Compton or Jared Morris. Any of them. We can talk
to give us an update on the citizens' action to compel lawmakers to see reason to do the people's job. For well over 2 weeks, the Liberian a good chunk of Liberian lawmakers have abandoned their duties and assembled at a local hotel in.
So Jared Morris is
Monrovia.
currently on the line. Jared, good morning. Jared, morning.
Good morning.
I'm sure you are at the grounds of the Capitol building. How is it?
Yes, I am at the ground of the Capitol, and right now the anti-cover block is arriving.
Okay.
The Deputy Speaker has arrived along with the interact with my
Is the Deputy Speaker? Is the Deputy Speaker the one leading the anti-cover block? Is the Deputy Speaker the one leading the anti-cover block? Is he the one leading it?
Yes, definitely. The Deputy Speaker Thomas Farah is leading the majority block. Yeah, I can see Representative Titi Collins of Global Council alongside Representative Momo Safa Foto of Global Council. They are here also.
So Jared, tell us, in terms of security, how is the grounds of the Capitol building like currently as we speak?
Well, security is quite here. Security, the joint security have cleared up their security, and so security is set.
Okay, so again, we heard of information that Liberians were prepared to engage their lawmakers through civil action, and they said they were going to stage a protest to call on them to go back to section. How are we? Where are we with that?
Yeah, they got everything, but we have not seen the protesters yet. I'm told that they are on their way coming, but we have not seen them. And also here, let me just inform you that there will also be a counter protest staff of the majority block. They are saying that they will counter protest too, because this is a constitutional matter. This is a legislative matter. They don't need any protest here.
Jared, just found out before we take leave of you. The court yesterday made a decision that these lawmakers should sit under the guardianship of COFA and be able to present their plight, give him due process. From the look of things, what are you hearing from the grounds of the Capitol building, even from some of the staffers?
Well, from the look of things, I tell you, they are about to assemble in their regular meeting area that the joint chambers.
So
they are requesting the speaker to come to them. So they will not sit under the cover of the speaker, but rather in the joint chamber for their section.
Thank you so kindly, Jared. We hope you continue to fill us in with any latest development that will come up.
Thank you very much, Africa.
Okay, Jared Morris there. He's assigned at the house.
Can we get Stephen Compton?
Stephen
He's
Compton,
outside to tell us.
So let's see whether Stephen is. I'm sure Jared is also outside, but we can talk to Stephen so we see where we are. Stephen Compton. Let's see whether we can get Stephen. Eddie, try calling him. Yes, but let's see whether he's on course to respond to our call this morning. This country is disappointing that we will see Liberians going through things like this, especially after standing in the sun and the rain to elect leaders. And those who they have elected have become, and this is where Article 40, the Article 37 of the Constitution should come in. You can have people, the court has ruled, and the court is the highest decision-making body of the final arbiter of justice in our country, right? So you cannot have the court ruling and telling you to do a specific thing, then you still want to disrespect the decision of the court. Article 37(2) should be coming into play, where lawmakers, where you say that people when vacancy, so maybe now when the 30 days lapse, the next thing the speaker is supposed to do now is to inform the National Elections Commission that this group of arrogant rebels have decided not to come to section. So automatically their districts are underrepresented, and we need people who will represent those districts. And I think that's the right thing that we can do. Let's live in the confine of the law. These guys will have absolutely nothing to do. They cannot threaten the peace of our country. You cannot threaten the existence of our country because of your selfish interest. I believe we can pick calls because we are out of time.
I do. So he has
not
right?
picking yet.
So, but just let's pick calls. Announce the numbers.
0776104104 500-104. That can also be used on WhatsApp. You call us to our international caller. Good morning.
Morning, Jega.
Morning, boss. How are you?
Yeah, good morning to Abu.
Morning.
Yeah, Hussein K when I call you from Jacobstown.
Go ahead, my brother.
Hey, I want to appreciate both of you this morning for the different analysis. But I also want to call on the protester to remain peaceful. In our democracy, protests and petitions is guaranteed under the Constitution of Liberia.
You're right.
So, but I listened to one of the head of the group, Fandara. He said people should go along with the Bible and the Quran. I think that was a disservice to the entire process. That's a constitutional matter. I think you have called on the protester to go along with the Constitution so they can be cited very provision to the lawmaker petitioner on the issue. But we talk about carrying Quran and Bible. I think that was.
But you can tell the people what to carry. You in the pool protest, you will be there. When you be there, carry your constitution. The poor carry their Bible, carry their Quran. It's up to them.
I'm drinking my nation tea or
but then forget about the people.
All right, Hussein, let's speak this person from the female line. Good morning.
Bible or Quran, carry constitution.
I want to tell you thank you for the show.
Go ahead.
So they lawmakers they want to tell us that what they say they do for the Liberia, not for the selfish thing they do for. According to the reporting, Maya Google saying that the woman was trying to go on the waist near finance chair. They will put money in the budget to employ market. The market people don't know that they put in today and you need lawmaker. And now they put in, and now market put in, and now they play in castle. That because of that, they say now flat go for a who can't say that it can't for a put in. So the lawmaker is not doing it for the Liberia people, they do it for themselves. So the Liberia people very scared to the occasion. I want to tell you thank you this morning.
Okay. All right, man. Let's speak to this person. Morning. Chief, morning. You want to walk away from where you are?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Thank you very much for the topic on discussion this morning. Yeah, my concern is no spiritual to the Capitol Hill. I think our lawmaker, for the key lawmaker or for the two lawmakers, you got to go back because the Constitution is the highest during the problem of Liberia. I think they should abide by the Constitution. They get that petition or that resolution, let it go, and say that on the gavel of our honorable speaker, and then place it on the deck, and then they can vote to it. Instead of say, oh no, they will do that one thing. And quickly to drop the line, those are when protest. I think to protest, the answer is a bad thing. They have to fit in a while. Our democratic. The only thing is that I don't know why the petition on the article is justice or and I don't really know. So the honest were more chaos.
All right, thank you. Let's speak David Johnson. Good morning.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Good morning to you and Abu this morning. This is David King. I join you guys for doing my duty this morning. You see, what I just heard from your reporter, I think it's a frequent violation of our Constitution and a disrespect to the higher court of the land. Because the Supreme Court cannot tell you that you should return to status quo ante, then you
say the speaker should appear before you in the joint chamber. They are violating the law and what they are doing, and they're respecting the higher court in the land, and they are not careful to do other job. Because we will tell the speaker right after the 30 days has elapsed to write the National Election Commission and informing them of vacancy of 42 persons that have made that seem vacant and that various districts are not represented by a lawmaker, so that we can go to by-election and refill those seats. Because we can't have the kind of areas where people got a private part on social media and they are begging for it to not be public. Because we said it the other day and they were sleeping with young people, young girls in that place. You guys were happy. Today you see what happened to Facebook, the man who can be stacking.
Okay.
You see what happened to
All right, David. David, let's pick this other person from this side. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, thank God for grace. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Bodo
Go ahead from Mambakle District 2. The lawmaker is part of them.
Yes, I just hustling for a report just now. See that then it's equal to work with them. It make any sense. So the people play off in the country, yo. You will respect
The people say you're weak, so you can't do nothing. So they're not afraid.
Only weak. Okay, we say weak. Let's say I want to get reports. We just say that the report. Say weak. We're looking at it. Say weak. Just stand by. That's what I'm gonna say.
All right, Chief. All right. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my dear brother.
Go ahead, Chief.
My name is Eric Jack City. I do call from District number 10, Moxwell County.
Go ahead from district number what?
District number 10.
District number 10. Go ahead.
Yeah. My attention has been drawn to the fact with respect to the political philosophy that's referred to as the manifest resistance theory. And if the excesses of the incorrectable past is very arbitrary, continue to perpetuate, there is a more likely that the massive will march into history.
When you're waiting for the march into history, yeah, nothing, my man.
Okay, so again,
let's pick this person finally. Hello.
Good morning, Hagar. Good morning.
God's help, you live on the line.
Yes, thank you for the time this morning. Look, Hagar and Abu, in all fairness, what our renegades or lawmakers are doing is unprecedented. For the fact that the Supreme Court, the highest arbiter of justice in the country, has given their own ruling on their action, and they have decided to ignore the action of the mandate of the court. We think this is working of how you call it removal from office. Okay. But I am praying. I am praying that they remain adamant on the 30 days period is exhausted, so that they can be declared, how you call their seats can be declared valid. That will send a signal out to people who will want to follow suit anytime in the future. Okay. These things are uncalled for. They are lawmakers, and they're supposed to be the one upholding the law. They're sworn to protect the law, and they are breaking the law. How do you call these kinds of things?
Okay. Thank you, Gus. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for your participation, Abu.
Yeah, so folks, that's exactly what we can do, and we're going to take record, and all of you are out there going to take keen note on the happenings. The 55th legislature, some members are putting themselves on record for the wrong things. These are not kids. We're not going to take ratting to be whipping behind them to do the right things. All we have to do is to voice it out and make them understand that they are in error, and rather the necessary public consciousness around their actions. And if they chooses to be defiant, and deviance of the very law that they are making, the Supreme Court gave an instruction yesterday. But these people, this is not the first time they've gone to violate. They have gone back to the joint chambers, and they are there. And that one they call Tomo Fala, what Tom follow him more to now go and sit down there. So, but Fala has made his decision. He has clearly come out and indicated to all of us that he is a part of this. You know, people like Tomo Faladem, they're like that. You know, some people in their nature, they are selfish. They always want it to be them. We must say Tomo Falana Bay University. Tomo Falana Bay, the other one. Faladem will always be on the side that's against auditing and accountability. Faladem need to give record of their service from 2005 up to now. Everybody, oh, hard trick up. The other one go here, no, that time finish. After all of these rigmarole, the dust gets settled. Accountability questions is what we're going to start asking these people, and we embarrass their credential with it. They'll watch and see. Hey, God, we gotta go.
Yeah, but we gotta go. I'm getting information that there is a protest being staged currently at the National Elections Commission. I'm also told that they are protesting because of salary. I don't know whether it is workers of the National Elections Commission, but we will send in our reporters there to authenticate the info that we've gotten. And so again tomorrow, Abu, we may be diving in again into happenings at the state-run university. I'm told that the president have changed the previous memo that they sent out, the previous release, calling on those individuals to carry their parents. I'm told that.
He changed it. He changed it like 2-3 times. So I think the last one,
they said that the 25,000 students
the general
go
public,
there and blah blah blah, administrators and everything.
The auditorium now, the time we were there, we did not know, but right now they have introduced a new technology, the auditorium that balloon.
Okay.
So all the students in the university, as soon as they enter, it will just open up and everybody will fit. So don't worry, the 25,000, even the Sinje, they say the general student body.
Yeah.
Then we all teachers, then
administrators and
everything.
everything.
Everybody must go. The balloon will just open and you will fit there.
Yeah, and we are told I got this release that we will be reading it to place more emphasis on tomorrow. The release that will authenticate our statement that this guy want to stay over there permanently. We'll read that out tomorrow so that Liberians can know for themselves what we're talking about here. That's where we are. Until then, tomorrow we are going to be here. I'm going to be here with Abu Sharif together, and we're going to ramble you through.
Most definitely. So the organizers have told us, and in fact, we're getting footage in the video. People are assembling at the Capitol building already. Okay. So protest is not called off. The protest is still on. Liberians are going to prove character. They're going to prove tenacity today as they engage the lawmakers. If they have chosen to violate the law, Liberians say, go ahead. Violate it, but we'll be right here. So, join the forces. Stand for justice. Stand for good governance. Stand for accountability. Stand against corruption. This is what the march is about. The march is about Liberia. It's not about Funati. It's not about anybody. It's about Liberia. It's about the people. It's about correcting age-old corruption in the country. My name is Abu Hagar was here. Until we meet you tomorrow, do have a wonderful time in Liberia. Bye-bye.